Naruto is assigned to watch Akamaru, Kiba Inuzuka's nin dog, who has recently been acting strangely after being infected by a special bacteria during a mission. This is confirmed when Akamaru begins to violently attack Konoha's inhabitants, and the Anbu take him into custody, being prepared to have Akamaru euthanized if they are unable to cure him. However, this is too much for Kiba, and he rescues Akamaru, attempting to cure him on his own. Naruto pursues Kiba, who refuses to believe that Naruto is attempting to help him. Finally, Kiba's sister arrives, and with Naruto, attempts to restrain a now giant-sized and hostile Akamaru to administer a potential cure developed by Konoha's medical team. However, the cure only has a 50% chance of working. Kiba succeeds in the task, but is nearly killed in the process. It is later revealed that Akamaru tried his hardest to miss Kiba's vital points, something that Kiba thanks Akamaru for. A legendary creature, the Anba, is the central focus of this episode, attaching to Naruto's back and causing havoc wherever Naruto goes. Despite Naruto's efforts, it remains firmly attached to Naruto's back. Tsunade Men. Tions that Jiraiya once fought the Anba, although Tsunade paid him no heed at the time, believing him to be a fool. The Anba continues to increase in size, eventually becoming larger than Naruto himself. However, during a mission, it aids Naruto, causing Naruto to reconsider their relationship, but the Anba's mother appears, driving Naruto off and claiming her offspring. The child manages to see the mother, and Naruto is worn off and sleeps. After a while, Naruto awakes and feels something furry where he is lying, getting the feeling to be piggybacked. Naruto wakes up at the front of Konoha and looks behind him, seeing Anbu leaving with his mother and eventually saying goodbye. When Naruto returns to Tsunade, he laughs out loud. She asks how to get the Anba off from their backs. Naruto teases by saying he wrestled with them just like Jiraiya did. She still doesn't believe him since the Anba has been proven to not be a legend. Everyone is found to have an Anba on their backs and Naruto leaves laughing. A man named Mashino Kagetsu Fuda stands to lose all his inheritance if he laughs during his father's funeral. Knowing that all his relatives will try to make him laugh in order to keep the inheritance to themselves, he hires Konoha ninjas to attend the funeral in his place. The village chooses to send the ever-serious Shino Aburame, with Naruto Uzumaki backing him up. However, before the funeral begins, Shino is poisoned by a drug that causes him to laugh uncontrollably. Naruto attends the funeral, and learns that the man's father, who is actually alive, planned it to take his family to value happiness and humor over money. Naruto realizes that Shino had told jokes while disguised as the man's father, but Shino demands that he keep that a secret. Naruto, Choji and Hinata are sent to help some peddlers move out of the land of greens. Unbeknownst to them, a group called the Three Criminal Brothers have taken control of the land and are looking for one of the peddlers. After an attack by Ruiga of the Three Criminal Brothers results in the death of Kikujo, and Naruto notices that their attackers are looking for a specific person, Naruto's group realizes that they have not been told the truth about the peddlers. They learn that the peddlers were being used as cover for the Land of Green's Princess Haruna in order to escape from the Three Criminal Brothers. It is then revealed that she does not trust others and is willing to sacrifice other people to protect herself, believing that it doesn't matter who dies as long as she, the only one who can rebuild her country, survives. Naruto and Yorinojo do battle with Ruiga, and with Choji's help, are able to defeat him by destroying his dowsing tonfas, which allows him to search for places where there are great amounts of water, and leading him to a dry area to put him at a disadvantage. Ruiga survives the battle, but the second brother, Jiga, kills him for a greater share of the country's wealth. Meanwhile, after Haruna's reasons for distrust were revealed by the result of her father allowed her to be kept hostage as a child, Haruna manages to render Hinata unconscious to escape alone. Naruto pursues the princess, but encounters Jiga, who can manipulate magnetism. As Naruto is faring poorly in the battle with Jiga, Hinata arrives. Although Hinata is initially unable to damage him, she realizes that his magnetism is his potential weakness. She uses her Byakugan to interfere with his chakra, rendering Jiga unable to turn off his magnetism and buries himself alive in a vortex of iron sand. Naruto saves Hinata from the vortex, and as she and Yorinojo are too badly injured to fight, goes to find the princess on his own. Hinata, Choji and Yorinojo are kidnapped by the third brother along with several ninja. The last criminal brother Renga, who is able to manipulate the water vapor in the air to the extent that he can control sunlight, encounters Naruto and Haruna. Naruto learns that Hai's companions have been kidnapped by Renga's men and will only be released if he turns over Haruna. During this confrontation, it is revealed that the princess's father, shortly before his death, had confessed his regret of turning over the princess for the sake of his people and wished for the good of the people regardless of what happens to him. Haruna, having been influenced by Naruto and this revelation, offers to sacrifice herself to protect Naruto. Naruto defeats Renga by reflecting sunlight off his forehead protector, and learns that Shizune, Shikamaru and several Konoha ninja have rescued Hinata, Choji and Yorinojo. Haruna then succeeds her father as ruler of the Land of Greens, and Naruto and his companions return home. Princess Fuku is meeting her fiancé for the very first time. He is hesitant to appear to him in person, thinking that she looks unattractive because she is overweight as a result of binging on snacks to relieve stress. She hires Ino Yamanaka, who looks exactly like the princess except for the one obvious difference, to take her place and win her fiancés, who bears a strong resemblance to Elvis Presley, heart. Ino tries to behave like a princess worthy of the man's admiration. But she finds his flamboyant displays of affection unbearable. Naruto, frustrated by the mission's slow progress, takes matters into his own hands by transforming into the princess himself. His interference upsets Ino and the real princess, and accidentally reveals the real princess. It is revealed that the prince likes chubby women, and Ino is unable to comprehend why. Rock Lee is hungry for a sparring match, but has no one to spar with. He builds his own dojo in the hopes of attracting challengers. Might Guy is so inspired by Lee's motivation that he puts on a disguise, so that he can serve as the challenger that Lee seeks. But before he gets to challenge Lee, Guy is sidetracked by a mission. An intruder then shows up to spy on the village by impersonating Guy, but he unintentionally gets caught in Lee's overzealous training match. Naruto takes over for him, and fights evenly with Lee, and the intruder takes on Lee's form, but runs into the real Guy, who has come to take the challenge, and is easily defeated. Guy, hearing of the intruder's identity, drops him off in Tsunade's office, angering her. Naruto, Kiba and Hinata enter a castle in search of the daimyo's wife. They then discover that inside there is a monster that was summoned by the castle's original occupants, and learn that the creature is seeking release from the world. Naruto destroys the contract that summoned the monster and it returns home, releasing all of its captives, including the daimyo's wife. Tsunade, fearing that Rock Lee will overexert himself and once again end his career as a ninja, warns him not to accept missions or train too hard. At the same time, a student arrives in town and is able to beat Lee at taijutsu, dodging all his moves and using one that nearly breaks his ankle. The student goes out with Might Guy on a mission while Lee recovers, causing Lee to believe that Guy has abandoned him. It is then revealed that the student is an imposter, and he lures Guy into a trap as Naruto. Neji and Tenten arrive to support him. Guy is trapped inside a pagoda made out of kung fu training dummies while Naruto, Neji, Tenten and a recently arrived Lee fight off the dummies outside. It is revealed that the imposter student and his two brothers want revenge for Guy defeating their father and badly wounding him, causing him to be unable to train or take missions and eventually die. Lee enters, and is trapped in a technique that causes him and Guy to mistake the other for a hostile training dummy. The two see through the technique, and simultaneously use the hidden Lotus to destroy the dummies without harming each other, wrecking the pagoda. Guy then tells the brothers that their father respected him and wanted them to fight Guy, not for revenge, but to learn from him. And that he wanted them to fight him fairly, allowing them to understand their father's dying wish. Naruto has lunch with an old man named Genu, who came to Konoha as a carpenter to help rebuild the village. However, during the night, the carpenter escapes with some documents, and seemingly blows himself up in a suicide bombing, warning that Konoha will soon be destroyed. The 10 Konoha, Genin and Shikamaru are told to find out more about the man's activities, but Anbu brings Naruto in for questioning, saying that Genu was the one who stole the plans and escaped. The Anbu agents use reverse hypnosis on Naruto, but realize that he remembers nothing of importance. Some of the group researches Genu, but finds little except for him being a mediocre carpenter who did little out of the ordinary. However, it is revealed that his letter of introduction was forged, and investigation of the scene of his suicide bombing and the corpse in the hospital suggests that Genu staged his death. A bird drops nearly all the stolen blueprints all over the village, serving as a diversion from Genu's true plan. The group discovers that a kunai target in the academy dojo is actually the trigger for explosive tags in the academy. And that explosive tags are planted all across the village. The group sets out to disarm the traps without Genu finding out. The research then concludes that Genu set the traps 30 years ago. As part of a mission for the Hidden Heat Devil village, which was destroyed by another village shortly after he completed his mission, resulting in his son's death. Naruto comes to terms with the fact that the old man he befriended attempted to destroy the village, and finds a lead that Genu is in the mountains behind the village. Naruto pursues Genu to the mountains at the back of town, and hears that he plans to detonate explosive tags there, burying Konoha in a massive rockslide. Before he can do so, Naruto's friends arrive, Hinata having informed them where he was going. They combine their efforts to prevent him from detonating tags, and manage to save the village. Genu dies AF. Tear saying that he wanted his son to enjoy another scavenger hunt, and the group realizes that while he had initially intended to destroy Konoha, because Naruto reminded him of his son, he made his traps into a scavenger hunt. Hence, Konoha was actually in no real danger. Naruto and Sakura Haruno host a special recap episode. The episode features highlights of 5 battles from the Sasuke Retrieva L arc, the battle between Naruto and Sasuke Uchiha on the hospital roof, the battle between Choji and Jirobo, the battle between Kiba and Sakin, the battle between Neji and Kidomaru, and the last battle between Naruto and Sasuke. There are also interviews with Choji, Kiba and Neji, who all beat up Naruto for making fun of them and saying things like, Choji's fight made him sweat. At the end of the show, Jiraiya announces a surprise guest Orochimaru who gives Sakura and Naruto an opportunity to briefly see Sasuke. Naruto encounters a girl named Yakumo, who, by drawing a picture of Konoha, ca. uses lightning to strike Tsunade's mansion. Shortly thereafter, Kurenai Yuhi resigns as leader of Team 8, and Naruto is determined to find out why. Later that night, Naruto sneaks into Yakumo's mansion disguised as Kurenai, and discovers a room full of Yakumo's paintings. Naruto escapes after one of the paintings nearly kills him, and is confronted by security, who tranquilize him. After getting tranquilized, Naruto has a dream of Kurenai threatening to steal Yakumo's genjutsu abilities. He then discovers that this is the reason why she left the team, but Kurenai refuses to disclose any more. As Kurenai goes to see Yakumo, several Kurama clan members attack. As Kurenai attempts to escape with Yakumo, Naruto, Sakura, the members of Team 8 and Might Guy come to their assistance and defeat the enemy. Kurenai and Yakumo reveal that Yakumo was entrusted to Kurenai as her student, as while she was unable to fight, she was a talented genjutsu user. However, Kurenai sealed away her abilities. ND Yakumo reveals that she did so under the order of the third Hokage. Naruto, Kurenai, Yakumo and Team 8 return to Konoha, which appears to have been destroyed in their absence. They learn from the H.E. of the Kurama clan that they are trapped in a genjutsu that has enveloped the entire town, and Naruto and Team 8 manages to escape. They then enter the mansion to find Kurenai and Yakumo. Naruto and the members of Team 8 head into Yakumo's house to find her with Kurenai, threatening to erase her former sensei from existence. It is revealed that the malicious entity known as the Ido dwelled within Yakumo's subconscious, and was the reason why her abilities were sealed away. Yakumo ultimately overcomes the Ido and realizes that Kurenai cared about her. Kurenai then returns to an overjoyed Team 8. Naruto and Kiba are ordered to escort a man named Shinamon who is transporting a rare and valuable artifact. Shinamon makes the mission almost insufferable with his pompous, overbearing attitude, and his willingness to put the two in danger just to protect his own interests. Bandits steal the artifact, and when Naruto saves Shinamon after he puts his life at risk to try to save the Kacho Fugitsu, he teaches him that people are more valuable than possessions. It is also revealed that Shinamon is the creator of the Kacho Fugitsu and can easily make another. Naruto, Sakura and Lee are hired to escort a ninja dropout, a criminal ninja named Gantetsu, to prison, and guard him against his comrades, who may be trying to free him. They learn that Todoroki, the captain of the guard, has a personal vendetta against Gantetsu for what happened to his parents and younger brother. During an attack by one of the ninja dropouts, Naruto, Todoroki and Gantetsu are separated from Sakura, Lee and the guards. The boat that Naruto's group is in washes over a waterfall, allowing Naruto, Gantetsu and Todoroki to escape into the forest. Naruto learns from Gantetsu that the forest is the ninja dropout hideout, and that only a ninja dropout like him can find the way through. Naruto's group defeats one of the ninja dropout members, who attacks with a large claw-like machine. Sakura and Lee encounter some orphans who are taking refuge in the forest. It is then revealed that Todoroki intends to kill Gantetsu to avenge his family. Todoroki states that he would go as far as killing Naruto to get to Gantetsu. When another member of the ninja dropouts attacks Naruto and Todoroki, capturing Gantetsu, it is revealed that the other members want to capture Gantetsu to find the money he stole with them. Naruto's group learns that Akio, Todoroki's brother, is alive, and he and his other orphans have been cared for by Gantetsu, who is seeking to atone for his crimes. The group fights and defeats another ninja dropout member, but Akio is kidnapped and taken to the ninja dropout base. Naruto, Todoroki and Gantetsu enter the ninja dropout mansion, leaving Sakura to care for the children and Lee fight off the ninja dropout members outside. While Gantetsu and Todoroki go to rescue Akio, Naruto fights the ninja dropout leader and defeats him. The mansion catches fire in the fight, and Gantetsu saves Akio before escaping with him and Todoroki. Todoroki is still unable to forgive Gantetsu, but allows him to stay with the children by falsely reporting that he had died in the fire. While on his way to collect bamboo shoots for Menma Ramen, Naruto finds a man close to a river bank and helps him out. The man is unable to remember even his own name, so Naruto calls him Menma. As Naruto tries to help him recover his memories, he learns that Menma is extraordinarily good-natured and helpful. When a mysterious man attacks the two, Menma uses an ocarina to increase Naruto's abilities, causing Naruto to wonder who he really is. Naruto and Menma are sent on a mission with Neji and Tenten. Tsunade begins suspecting that Menma was a sound ninja due to his abilities, and Neji begins suspecting the same thing when Menma moves even faster than he does. The group enters a town that was largely destroyed by bandits, and Menma convinces Naruto's group to help build it to defend against another attack. When Menma is injured by one of the bandits, it is revealed that he was once one of them, and that he was at the town during the attack. Despite this, Menma is willing to risk himself to help fight off the bandits, and tells Naruto of the leader's master plan to flood the town with a dam. After revealing that he lost his memory only for a very short time, Menma sacrifices his life to cause a rockslide to save the town. Naruto defeats the bandit leader and mourns Menma's loss. A group of rogue ninjas from the Takumi village, called Shidenshonen, 4 Celestials in the English dub, invade the Sand Village and kidnap Matsuri, a ninja academy student under Gaara. They seek Gaara's powers to revive their village's ultimate weapon. Gaara, Kankuro and Temari pursue them with no other help from the Sand Village. Meanwhile, Shikamaru assembles the Konoha 11 - Tenten, and splits up into 2-man teams, Shikamaru and Ino, Naruto and Lee, and Kiba and Choji. Each 2-man cell will assist one of Sand Shinobi. Neji and Hinata will avoid combat and scout ahead, while Sakura and Shino act as medical support and command and control, using Shino's bugs to pass along information. The rogue ninjas continue running as Gaara, Temari, and Kankuro chase. At the same time, Shino, Hinata, and Neji are using their abilities to find the location of the Shidenshonen. Temari encounters the St of the members, a woman that uses swords to produce wind, and leaves Gaara and Kankuro to chase after the other 3 members. Shortly after, Kankuro encounters another ninja that uses a 3-bladed sword that can separate yet still be connected by a wire. Gaara leaves to chase that other 2 members. Gaara then finds himself a battle with a huge, robust man who has a spiked flail. The Shidenshonen prepare to kill Temari and Kankuro. However, Shikamaru saves Temari with his shadow imitation technique, and Kiba saves Kankuro. The members of Shidenshonen create a triangular formation, using the waterways to stop Gaara from using his sand powers. Meanwhile, Shikamaru and Kiba are having trouble backing up Temari and Kankuro. Before the 3rd member of the rogue ninjas can kill Gaara, Lee and Naruto arrive to save him. At this point, Sakura's task is to head around aiding those with injuries. Shikamaru and Temari use a combination to wipe out their enemy, and Akamaru pulls the pieces of Kankuro's broken puppet together to surprise the 2nd enemy, killing him as well. Lastly, Gaara uses a spear to take out the 3rd member and pursues the leader in hopes of saving the student. Although his comrades are defeated, Hoki puts his final plan in motion by using Gaara to revive Seimei. To do this, he traps Gaara in a metal sphere that starts draining his chakra. Gaara partially transforms into the one-tailed Shukaku, which is what Hoki wanted all along. Hoki then performs a ritual and sacrifices his own body to Seimei's corpse, which allows Seimei to be reincarnated. Seimei then takes up the weapons of the Shidenshonen, therefore becoming the ultimate weapon of Takumi village. Naruto does battle with him until Gaara bursts out of the metal sphere, partially transformed into the one-tailed Shukaku. The battle concludes with Gaara killing Seimei. Everyone returns to the Hidden Leaf village and resume their training. Ino makes a request to also become Tsunade's student, Tent. En is enraged by the fact that she was left out of the mission, and everyone says goodbye to Naruto, who is about to head off for his 2.5 years of training with Jiraiya, who returned with information about the Akatsuki's plans.